Hull, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to
drop.
drop.
It's clear from Caitlin Clark's response to Lexie Hull's shot. She's observing from the sidelines as her teammate makes a three-pointer to end her shooting drought. However, that was only the start of one of the Indiana Fever's most impressive displays this season. This team was expected to struggle without its star player and without any reliable point guards. Rather, they gave a masterclass in resiliency that was ripe with playoff ramifications. The Chicago Sky had no idea what had happened to them. To express your support for Lexie and the Fever, leave a comment below. Come on.
We're back home, baby. Let's go! Back in the W column. Well, I got the challenge. That's a big dub, baby. Point guard.
Big dub.
Imagine the Fever's biggest fear materializing. Consecutive defeats that no one anticipated it. After dominating teams at the beginning of their road trip to the West Coast, the squad was feeling great. Then Phoenix and Los Angeles knocked them down hard. These weren't just regular losses. These were the kind of defeats that make you question everything about your playoff chances.
Obviously we lost our last two, but I think, that LA one felt good for us because we didn't quit. And then, life happened the other night at the Valley, so we could have looked at it like, oh, woe is me, and, we don't have enough players, and we didn't. So shout out to our group for just staying confident and staying ready because, it's a professional league and we have to be ready and we can't make too many excuses about it because no one's going to hand us anything. So we might as well look at it for what it is and keep showing up.
The absence of Caitlin Clark since July 15th was already causing problems for the team with groin and quadriceps problems. There is no estimated time of her return, but during that Phoenix game, things drastically worsened. During the first quarter, Sydney Carlson suffered an ACL tear in her left knee. It was visible to you in real time. Suddenly, her season was done.
Tonight?
Unbelievably proud. I think this is the most resilient team I've ever been a part of, and I say that wholeheartedly. We've had a lot of mishap happen throughout the course of the season. I think throughout the course of it all, we've stayed resilient, and you guys get to see us at our best when we stay together and be resilient. So shout out to my girls tonight because I think it took everybody. Everyone played a piece, played a role, and I think that's how we got the dub.
But this is where everything started to go horribly wrong. Ari McDonald suffered a bone break that ended the fourth quarter of the same game in her right foot. The same game, 2 point guards. Injuries that terminate the season for both of them. The point guard spot on the roster was totally vacant. Let's discuss the true implications of this. Without their floor general, no WNBA club wants to play a game. But also losing your backup, and that's basketball nightmare territory. The backup to the backup.
I mean, you guys are unfortunately kind of familiar with injury updates this season, but I imagine yesterday's was probably pretty tough. Just what's the reaction been from you guys, the players, the coaches, to losing Sid and Ari?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, just brokenhearted for them. They're two really good people that you hate to see this happen to. They've been an integral part of what we've been doing, and so hate it for them. Unfortunately, it's part of the deal, and we've got to roll with it. And we've got players in that locker room who believe in one another. Players in that locker room who are as competitive as all get out. We've got versatility, and it's going to have to be on full display. So I think now it's about playing to honor them, right, and playing for them.
Coach Stephanie White had to make quick adjustments to the rotations. She discussed running a business by committee, the transgression. Coaches say that because we don't know what we're doing.
This means you don't have any healthy point guards and you're not able to sign anyone for tonight's game. Just for tonight specifically, what is your plan kind of running point?
We'll have to do it by committee, certainly. I mean, we've been utilizing AB to initiate offense throughout the course of the season, so we'll use her, continue to use her. Sophie, at times this season, particularly early, ran some of the point for us as well. So we'll utilize her and Kelsey can initiate offense too. So I think the most important thing is that we aren't going to be able to do every play in our arsenal. We'll have to play a big lineup. We'll have to simplify. But we've got players who are capable of getting us into offense, and we'll utilize them in such a way.
Supporters began to wonder if this squad could survive actual hardship. The deadline had already passed, so the office was unable to make any trades. They had to make do with what they had. The Chicago Sky most likely believed they were catching Indiana at the ideal moment. Desperate, wounded, and lacking their biggest star. All of the Sky's games this season have ended in defeat to the Fever. This appeared to be their opportunity to finally get revenge. Here is something the Sky was unaware of about this Fever squad, though. Throughout the season, they have been creating something unique. There would be no more collapse stories. This was going to be a masterclass in pure grit and team basketball. Everything was set up for an unexpected person to take charge and make a huge difference.
Williams gonna have to hurry off the dribble, rolls out. Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Lexie Hull catching fire.
Now Chicago just needs to get it a little bit more settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for two more.
For weeks, Lexie Hull had been mired in her own thoughts. One shot after another clanked off the rim as her self-assurance faltered. This was more than a few poor games. Hull was experiencing the most severe shooting slump of her career. In the 2 weeks prior to this Chicago game, she had a 2-for-25 shooting record. Since August 1st against Dallas, her mother had not witnessed her daughter make a three-pointer.
What was kind of the last month like? How do you stay out of your head or listen to the right people? What is that balance like? As you know what you need to do. Take us kind of what's that like?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's focusing on doing the right thing, taking the right shots, being in the right place, focusing less on the outcome of things. Missed shots happen. It's going to happen in everyone's career. And to just really focus on getting the next good one. I think that's the whole mindset. And we know we have confidence in every single person on every shot that they take. So, just keep shooting.
Hull was having excruciating shooting difficulties. She was absent. It appears that she drains easily most of the time. She used to take shots without second thought, but now you could see that she was hesitant. Doubt was replacing her natural shooting stroke. The pressure increased with each missed three-pointer. She was establishing a mental prison where instincts were subdued by overthinking.
And then, Lexie, what was it like to finally break out of that slump, and especially on a night when they needed you to?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. It feels good to see the ball go through the net. But I think, every game, regardless, you're making shots, you're not, it feels really, really good to have your teammates behind you. And I definitely feel that every day. And it's fun. It was fun today to get to celebrate some of those.
The Phoenix game demonstrated the severity of the situation. Hull had a 1-for-11 performance from the field and 0 for 8 from three-point range, for a total of 2 points, possibly her worst offensive performance of the year. Following that game, her teammate Kelsey Mitchell had a heartfelt conversation with Hull. She assured Hull that she could rely on her to contribute to the table each evening.
Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Hull benches up. Caitlin Clark with a big grin.
The moment that turned everything against Chicago then arrived. Hull made her first try at a three-pointer with Caitlin Clark is on the bench, observing. With that familiar turn, the ball slipped out of her grasp. Swishing through the net, it arched through the air. From the sidelines, Clark leaped with sheer delight. If she had just made the shot herself, you could see her celebrating.
Again, no Sydney Colson out for the year with the ACL tear. Lexie Hull, though, the bucket and the foul. He's dealt with so much scoring adversity lately.
Yeah, terrific baseline execution. She comes off the curl. Tell you what, this Fever team is going to be very dangerous, no matter the roster.
Oh, Lexie Hull! Heat checking her napalm era right now.
The dam broke with that one shot. Hull's self-assurance returned in spades as she began looking for her next shooting opportunity. She made 4 of her 6 three-point attempts. However, the true tale is not reflected in the statistics narrative in real time. You witnessed a player rediscover who she was. Once more, Hull was moving sans the ball. She was playing freely and making the appropriate readings.
Lexie, that final three-pointer kind of felt like the perfect end of that night. Just if you could just talk to me about the celebration, how much of a relief that was for you, just kind of to punctuate it like that.
I mean, it's fun. You know, that the crowd was behind us today. It's fun to walk out of the gym on a high note and on a make. And yeah, I mean, I saw the time going down, so I was trying to pull out my inner Kelsey Mitchell.
Pulls plus 22 rating demonstrated that her influence extended well beyond her ability to score. 17 points high performance during a season demonstrated that sometimes a single shot can make all the difference. Every make was applauded by her teammates. Aaliyah Boston used both hands to throw up the three-point symbol. Hull was hugged by Sophie Cunningham. Chicago was unaware that they were going to see a total team breakdown.
Crazy that I'm like, when the song comes on, just like it's all there. Like, you just gotta believe it, and I think Lexie knows that we believe in her. Our last game in Phoenix, I think we all were just a bit emotional about everything, and I think me and Lexie had an emotional moment because, you know, no one shot well, and I want her to know that we gonna count on her for, you know, what she brings to the table every night, and I'm gonna always stand by my teammates, so you never have to worry about that.
Throughout her WNBA career, Kelsey Mitchell had never been required to lead a whole offense. But when the chips fall for last-ditch actions, Mitchell established herself as an unadulterated scorer. Throughout her career, she averaged career highs in points but little assists. Putting the ball in the hoop was this player's life.
Yeah, Kelsey, you obviously had to play out of position tonight, kind of fill in that point. You had a season high 8 assists. Just how did you try to embrace that for this game and kind of?
Oh man, I haven't played point guard. I was telling the girls I haven't played point guard maybe since college, and so that was different. But I think it brings out the vulnerable side of me, the leadership in which I need to keep getting better at and keep growing at. I think being in this PG position kind of helps with that. And I think I believe in my team. So seeing my assists, go up is just because of these girls. We have an unbelievable chemistry when it comes to, seeing and reading each other. So I think they made me look good tonight.
Giving up your own shot attempts to set up is a requirement of playing point guard. Teammates. That contradicts every instinct Mitchell has cultivated throughout his 7 league seasons. Mitchell had occasionally started the offense with Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham during the season, according to Coach Stephanie White. But managing the team full-time was an entirely different ballgame.
Just to add to that, I think Kelsey's not giving herself enough credit. Her and Sophie putting themselves before the team, making sure that they're sacrificing, playing out of position, doing things that they don't normally do, maybe uncomfortable, but I think they both really did a great job of sacrificing in those moments and doing what the team needed to do.
My girl, sexy Lexie.
The period of adjustment was evident in the first few possessions. Mitchell needed to instantly reprogram her basketball brain from the ground up. She was battling her innate scoring tendencies, as you could see. She was accustomed to seeking out her own opportunity first. She now needed to look around the floor to see what would be best for her colleagues.
Coming off the screen, trying to create some separation. Dumps it up to Boston. It trickles in.
Then, however, something became clear. Mitchell began to perceive the floor in a new way as a shooting guard. She was identifying passing lanes that she had never seen before. She started threading her way through narrow windows as her court vision expanded. She was surprising her teammates by making passes that made baskets easier for them.
We're settled here in the half court. Nurse loses at Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
The change was striking. Mitchell was doing more than just handling the fence. She was acting as though she were an experienced floor general. White had stated that they would need to use a larger lineup and simplify their plays. Mitchell, however, was making it appear far from straightforward.
Cunningham thought about it this time, puts it on the deck. A deflection, bodies flying to the floor. Mitchell controls, 8 to shoot. Mitchell, hesitation in the paint. The floater off the window.
And here is Kelsey Mitchell getting downhill. Little sidestep into the floater.
Pivoting, pirouetting, tough shot, well defended. Mitchell trying to attack Allen. Step back tray. Mitchell buries it.
The dual threat abilities of Mitchell was too strong for Chicago's defense to handle. They were undecided about stopping her shot, or her death. She always did the opposite of what they had agreed to. She scored when they played her for the pass. She located the available teammate when they concentrated on her score.
It's now Van Lith on the island. Mitchell trying to create a little separation. Oh, the hezzy and the scoop off the window. Chelsea Mitchell.
Can't guard her off the bounce. The hezzy, the floater, the kiss off the glass.
Parades the baseline back up top. Working again. Westbelt. Step back three. Rolls it in. And that is a long two this time.
Mitchell's season-high number of assists came in the end. This demonstrated how exceptional players can make an influence, that winning regardless of their situation. Over the course of one evening, she had totally changed her approach. The way her teammates looked was better than it had been in weeks. On the opposite side of the court, however, the real fireworks were only beginning. Imagine this squad when the playoffs start. They have experience being resilient. Their character was put to the test in their nasty games. Additionally, Clark will return to the starting lineup prepared to rule. This triumph without their stars shows the Fever have developed something more substantial than relying solely on one guy. The Fever are creating the kind of connection that wins championships, whereas other teams depend on individual skill. Coach Stephanie White stressed the value of attracting good people who are willing to support one another at times like this. That team-first mentality is evident. Hull's teammates continued spotting her when she was having trouble with her shot. Everyone changed roles when Mitchell had to play out of position.
She obviously had to play out of position tonight. She had a season high 8 assists. Just how did you see her embrace having to do that, embrace having to do like what the team needed tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's who she is. She just wants to play. And, you know, I felt like we did a good job of still getting her the ball in positions that she had been getting the ball. We just try to do it, you know, a little bit more often and try to get it a little bit more in flow. And she let the game come to her. You know, her decision making has been really good. She had those 8 assists and only 1 turnover. Her shot making was really good, as it always is, and we know that she's going to create a lot of gravity because of what she does on the offensive end. And you know, she did a really good job of picking her moments and finding her teammates when she needed to.
Paul has recovered her confidence after overcoming her shooting rut. Mitchell's playing has taken on a new level ASA facilitator. Boston's constant presence keeps securing everything in the paint. These are not merely personal enhancements. This supporting ensemble is more than just role players and revolves around Clark. When necessary, they can take over games because they are real weapons.
She is her own worst critic. She's a perfectionist. You know, she wants everything to go right all the time. And, you know, it was nice to see the ball go through the net for her and for her to play with such confidence. I mean, you know, for us, we believe that every time she shoots it, it's going to go in. But for her to finally feel that and see that and play with so much confidence, it's big for us. We need her. She always does the little things that don't show up on the stat sheet, but when she knocks down shots, we're a different team.
Each victory like this strengthens the mental toughness that distinguishes successful teams from fantastic teams come playoff time. Sydney Carlson and Ari McDonald's injuries presented the Fever with hardship. After consecutive defeats to Phoenix and Los Angeles, they might have given up. Rather, they discovered strategies for adapting and overcoming. That is the real-time formation of championship DNA. The team's success has mostly been attributed to their ability to lift one another and distribute the ball. White discussed the team's interdependence and readiness to help one another. It's evident in the way they honor Hall's made shots. It is evident in the way Mitchell assumed a new responsibility without hesitation. That IT is seen in the way Boston maintains defensive coherence.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of this group. I think we've shown all season long, like, they're resilient, they're connected, you know, they pull for each other, they enjoy one another, they celebrate one another, and, you know, that stuff alone is good for 10 to 12 points a game. And, you know, for this group, the way that they share the ball, how unselfish they are. I mean, I'm really proud of them. It's not been ideal circumstances all season long, but they've shown the character of who they are. They've been resilient. They've responded to adversity, and they continue to elevate one another. And, you know, I couldn't be more proud of this group than I am at this moment.
Making the playoffs is no longer the only goal for the 2025 campaign. It's about creating when they arrive, there will be a loud noise. Beyond simply having excellent players, this Fever team is creating something long-lasting. They are fostering a culture in which each member is aware of their responsibilities and is prepared to make sacrifices for the group. They had to finish what they started against Chicago first, though the danger this team has become was about to be revealed to the sky.
I think it just says a lot about who we have as human beings. That was one of the things that we made a priority in the offseason of, who we bring into this organization. Number one, quality human beings, selfless human beings that want to pull for one another, that understand. We have this depth for a reason, and sometimes it creates challenges getting people on the floor. But in situations like this is why you have it. And I'm just, she's right. I mean, as a pro and as a pro coach, this is one of the most connected groups I've seen.
What began as a basketball match swiftly evolved into a declaration performance that let everyone realize why the Fever are headed to the playoffs. The ultimate score was between 70 and 92. That is a 22-point thumping of a squad in dire need of victory. This season's fourth consecutive victory over Chicago was more than just a triumph. The goal was to communicate with all of the league's teams. For the second consecutive year, Chicago is destined to finish last in the WNBA rankings. This victory wasn't your typical one. This demonstrated that the Indiana Fever had created something unique and long-lasting for 2025. Remark Fever. Show your support for Lexie and the Fever by displaying below. Turn on all, like, and subscribe alerts to ensure you don't miss anything. After you click the video on the screen, we'll talk in the next.